Hey guys, this is Crazy Kylo bringing you the Uncharted 2 Crushing Glitchless guide for Chapter 18. This video will cover the general route along with the ideal movement and include anything you need to know in Chapter 18. So with that, let's get into it. Okay, so this is Chapter 18. So right at the end of 17 we did a skip, or not really a skip, but we RC'd like right when it transitioned. Because when you're coming into this, you'll spawn further back, but if you RC, you spawn right here, which is where you would actually start doing a speedrun or something. And you will typically have a gun, so I won't be able to show the fastest movement most likely on this, because you'll transition with it, you just won't have ammo, but... never mind. I completely forgot that he did have a gun at this point, but you'll pretty much shoot, and you're just gonna have...
Stand on that other switch.
You're gonna shoot like on flat ground, and then like down those stairs you'll roll, and then you can keep shooting, and you're just gonna make your way onto this lever here, and it'll take tens in a second to actually like go over there, but once he does that, you can turn around and face this, and then like you can kind of hold forward. You're gonna aim for the middle, and then once it kind of like goes low enough, you'll kind of just make your way over here. But you'll jump up, transition onto this, and then kind of this little section right here, this climb section, is on a timer. So hold like upright and you'll immediately start swinging, and then you kind of just start climbing around this, and then when you get to this back side you can jump up. It's like you can jump to the side as well, so that's the only time you can jump, and then the rest of this you gotta just climb, and then when you get here you're gonna wait for this to close. If you start moving too early, you'll actually like bump into that and you'll just fall and die, and you'll have to redo it. So wait for that, and then jump, and then what you're wanting to do, you can do it from this top ledge I believe, but I've found that it's like 100% consistent. If you get to here, you're gonna hold like pretty much down and then just jump, and that will grab this ledge here. So that will pretty much skip having to come across, get onto this. There's a weird transition to get down, and then you just spam circle to get down, but this saves about like 10 to 15 seconds of having to do all that. And if you go from that lower ledge and just make that jump, it consistently works. So from here you're gonna shoot, roll up the stairs, keep shooting, and then here is kind of like a sequence of like button presses. So I'll roll into this edge, and then you'll spam circle, and then immediately start spamming triangle. You actually get the prompt like kind of while you're falling, so you can get into it. You can like pull the lever immediately, and then here I didn't really show that well, but you kind of watch when you press this. He'll tell Tenzin to pull the switch, and you'll watch him for a second, just kind of like hold like upright to go towards the next part, because you watch him for a little bit but you will come out of it, and just kind of gotta get ready. And then I roll up the stairs here, and I get up right here, roll again, and then these there's kind of a cycle. I'm gonna see if I can show the cycle that typically gets made, but you'll jump here. I jump up to about the third one. Yeah, this isn't the typical pattern. And then you're gonna kind of want to wait. Sometimes you can actually get like an early jump on these, or if you're too low you'll jump but you won't grab it, which is really dumb. But on the first one you want to be on the third level. That seems to consistently make that, and then keep transitioning this way. And then this one you can do it on the second level. You'll jump there, and then this can be weird right here. It's best on this one to be on the first one to get under this little wooden like beam or whatever like above me, because if you try to jump from the second one you'll bonk on it, and then you'll potentially fall and die. So I try to get under it, and then once you get to the second rung you can just make the transition onto this. So that's kind of the best way to do it. Like you can even see like you do have space on the second one, but sometimes you'll end up like Drake will try to jump up to the third level, and that's where you'll have issues. So I've just found it, jump from here and then jump up if you need to, and it works way better. And then here they want you to jump across, but if you just aim to jump for this peg right here, you can always grab it. So just kind of have a slightly delayed jump there, and then you're going to hold up left, and then you'll make 2 jumps up left. So then we get here, hold straight up, and then once you're like climbing onto this, just hold left and you'll make this transition up here. And then I start moving a little bit, and then I kind of just run and gun this. That's just kind of like something you have to get comfortable with, because it can be a little uncomfortable to run on a beam, because it's easy to, like, you turn it all, you'll fall and grab the edge, and it's just a little bit slower. But once you get over here, you can jump 3 times, and you'll drop, and I kind of turn the camera with this, so it kind of lines you up for this. And then you'll make this transition, and then here, just climb up. Don't try to jump, because you'll go through, I can't show it, but you won't actually be able to, like, jump up that. And then you're going to come here, and you're going to wait for this cycle, and then jump on the lower side. But I will say, like, when you get here, if you get here really fast, you can almost make it on the cycle, like, as soon as you get off. As soon as you get, like, up off this thing and come over here, it will just pretty much be ready to jump. So kind of depending on how fast you get there, you might make a really good cycle. But it's like a couple seconds if you have to end up waiting for it. And then here, you're going to jump 3 times as well, and then hold. Okay, well, that didn't quite work. Let me see if I can show this. Okay, I'm gonna RC. So if you do RC, like, you get hit by this or whatever, it'll spawn you right there. So that's nice. So jump twice. You can jump 3 times, but it's just weird. And then you're gonna hold straight right, and you'll make the jump to this spot. And what I do is I actually move over once, like, you'll press left, and you'll make this little shimmy, and then you can press circle twice. And then press X when you get to the bottom one. The reason I move over is because you can't drop and stand on this spot. Like, the top one's a little bit longer than the lower 2. And then when you get up on here, just tap L2, and that will kind of just, like, or you can just hold it slightly longer. That'll literally just 180 Drake to make this a really easy transition jump. And then as soon as you land, don't move, and I just turn the camera left. And once you kind of move the camera far enough left that the rope's in sight, you can just kind of run and, well, aim a little bit better. But you'll be here, and you can just kind of run and jump on it. And this makes it so, like, you can make this jump easier, because otherwise you're coming from the side, and you're going to come at an angle like this. And when you do that, it's like, it's way harder to, like, you'll have to swing back, and you'll have to correct your aim and all this, and maneuvering on this rope's a little annoying. So, like, yeah, so you can see, like, this angle, you would swing this way, and you have to back up and then redo this. So come from here, gives you that straighter angle, then wait a sec, and then jump, and you'll go through this. And then once you get onto this spam circle, then you're gonna run and gun this way to grab onto this wheel, and then you're gonna just hold left. Sometimes it'll be a little finicky, and you're gonna work around the corner, and then you can jump once to get over here. And then the intended route, I guess, the game wants is to go up this, but if you just come over here, you can actually just jump up here onto this ledge, and then from here jump, because it's a little uneven ground. You'll make this jump over here, and then you're just gonna go pull the switch. So that's pretty much half of the chapter. I think around 253 to like 303 is kind of the pace that I feel like I always get to this switch at. So anywhere within there is pretty good. And then this chapter does have some of the longer cutscenes. This is like a 40-second cutscene when you pull the switch. Or this one might actually be like 30 or something. And then the next, there's another one coming up that's like 40. So you do have a little bit of downtime. And then you're going to hold right, so as soon as you can move out of this. And then you just kind of want to roll into this corner. And it's kind of hard to line this up, but if you can, like, or if you have good luck, you'll roll into the ladder, because that'll allow you to just spam circle to get to the ground. But otherwise, like, try to make sure you line yourself up with the ladder. And then when you land, run and gun and grab this, then you're going to jump, and then spam circle until you get to this one, and you're going to press X to get up. And then there's a quick trick for this one. So, like, again, what they want you to do is climb onto this, work down, climb across. It's a lot of extra steps that we don't need to do. So you're going to work up here, and you're going to grab this top one. And to make this work consistently, when you press X to get up on this, you're going to hold forward, and then, like, forward and a little left. You can see, like, that's where we're aiming for, pretty much. But you're going to press X, and then you're just going to as soon as you do that and Drake gets up, you're gonna hold up left and then spam X. That way, like, there's no chance that the first action he doesn't do is jump, which is what we want. So I'm spamming X, I'm holding up left, and he jumps. So that's what you want. If you don't mash X, you might he might catch it or drop and make this transition. And once you get onto this thing, you are probably you're gonna have to just climb down here. You're probably not gonna get the option to step back up on this thing. And then here's another little skip kind of. Again, the game wants you to go up this, go all the way around, but we can actually grab this ledge here. So this takes a little bit of practice to get used to, but what I do is I stand about right here. So there's these dark rocks right before the beam. I'll stand right here and I will aim my camera pretty much at this pole right here. And when you get to the edge, you're just going to press X and you'll just grab it. So that's kind of what I do. I'll stand on those rocks, I'll aim for the pole, or maybe even just a little the point of the pole where it hits the wall, or just a little bit to the right of it. And when you get to the edge and press X, you will just grab this. And then from here you can transition, and then you'll jump over here. And then this is a preference thing. It doesn't really matter. You can go around here if you want, because it just gives you a better angle onto this, but you can grab this, and then you're gonna step onto this. So the only reason I think I've gone around in the past, I know other people do, is because this is the dumbest thing right here. If you're moving too much on this, you will get pushed off, and it will usually be from a height that will kill Drake. It was kind of frustrating, and you will spawn back before that jump. So I'm gonna drop down and do some stupid stuff here, but when you get on this, you'll press up left once, and you'll do this, and you'll literally just ride this up until you get to... This is actually kind of really tough with... Okay, so that's low enough. So you'll be over here, and then when they're about even, so you could see right there, when the bars are pretty much even with each other, then you're gonna just press left to make the transition. If you do it too early, you will probably fall off and die, which is not what you want. And you can wait for it to go a little bit higher. It will just kind of make sure that you do make this transition. And then we get on here, hold forward. I've found you still can fall off of this, it's really dumb. I don't know what causes the one to fall off this one. And then when you're on here, you're gonna get up on this. It's a little tough to get on this because you're kind of getting pushed into the ice. So yeah, I think it helps a little bit more if you kind of make sure you're holding straight left towards this wall and just mashing X. That way you're not sliding on this when you're trying to get up. And then from here, if you can, you're gonna try to aim for about, it's a little challenging, but about right here on the pole. So not quite the end. Make sure you jump from the edge, because if you don't, you can actually miss this pole, and it's really unfortunate when that happens. But you'll carry your momentum, and then you'll grab, if you aimed for that spot, you'll grab right here. And then from here, you can actually just hold left and jump, and you'll just jump around the corner. And then from here you can get up, and then I jump over these stairs, then I roll down this one to stand on this little pedal here, or pedestal. And then this next section is actually timed. It's not a fast time section, but what you're going to do is you're going to roll down here, and then I'm going to explain this. So this is a small time save, but normally you can just jump onto this, and you'll go through you won't quite make it onto that pedestal, so you'll kind of slowly get yourself up. But one thing I found is if you're run and gunning and you jump right at the edge, you'll almost do this weird animation where Drake's about to turn around to grab the edge, he's going to drop down and grab the edge, but instead he will jump because you've hit the jump input or whatever, and he'll have enough momentum, and he'll be jumping far enough from the edge that he'll actually make it onto that. So it's kind of a small time save, and yeah, right there. So I made it onto it. You didn't fully see it. I didn't jump so late that he did the turnaround, but that can happen depending on how long you wait. But if you can do it, it's a nice little time save. It's a second, but once you get up on this, you can just turn. These aren't too big, and then here I take a step and then I jump. I think honestly you could just jump immediately, because you jump straight into a cutscene. So. And you don't have to make the ledge, because that will always happen. You'll always go through this. But it's just a small thing. It's something I found out. If you have an interest in not having to go through that slow get up. But, and then now we go through this. This is about a 40-second cutscene, I believe. Then as soon as the statue like turns and completely faces us, we're gonna move. And what I do is I actually hold right on the right analog stick to move the camera. And then from these, pretty much what I do for the movement on these is I jump once, and the first jump will pretty much get you to the edge of the platform, and then the next jump makes the transition to the next. So it's kind of like 2 jumps per platform. So I'll jump again, I'll wait till I get to the edge, and I'll just keep doing that. And then here, if you jump closer to the edge, you can kind of catch that. And then this, I'll roll, or I think if you wait a little bit, you can jump to the top. And then these stairs, the game will let you jump from the top of them. And I've found that if you jump from the top, you don't have to go through that slow walk down animation. You'll literally just jump from the very top, and you'll just roll at the bottom. You'll land at the bottom and roll into this cutscene, essentially. So it's a little bit faster than rolling down the stairs. And then here, you're going to skip the movie, and then hold left, press circle, and you can grab the gun. You'll roll straight into it. And then you'll just kind of get up here, and then roll up these stairs, because they're a little bit longer. And then these ones, you can jump up, and then just roll immediately to get up those longer stairs straight into this grab. And then from here, we have another little cutscene. And this is kind of like an RNG section that we're pretty much just waiting on the elevator, so it's like a set time. But the RNG comes in what these guys do. So I have no idea. When I first started doing runs, they both used to come across here. They'd throw these far boulders. Now I sometimes get them where they throw 4 boulders, but you have to kind of keep track. Like, one will pretty much throw at Tenzin, the other one will throw at you. So just kind of be like moving when you see one. So that one threw one at me, so this one will throw one at Tenzin. So just kind of keep your eyes on them, but also keep your eye on the elevator. So it's going to be hard to show because the Yetis will do whatever they want, but you pretty much want to make it so you're jumping from here at the peak, so you can grab this and waste the least amount of time possible. So I got here, like, right there. That was pretty much the earliest you could possibly make that jump and grab the ledge. But that just minimizes the amount of time you spend kind of running around and dealing with the Yetis. But it's kind of tough because sometimes there will be a Yeti standing there and they can just lay into you. But if you're able to, that's kind of the timing that you want to work towards, is as soon as you can reach it, you're making that jump. And then here, you're just going to shoot. This is kind of just a set thing. As long as you're shooting him, he'll hit you, and then a couple more shots and he'll fall off, and you'll go into this last cutscene for the chapter. And then here, I start spamming triangle, because this is, like, you'll wait a couple seconds, you'll hear him breathe, and then you get into this cutscene right here. And then when you skip movie, you're into the next chapter. So that was chapter 18, and that's kind of the last slow chapter, really. And the rest of the chapters kind of get into a lot more fights and back into the action. So that's it for the chapter 18 tutorial. The rest of the video will be a speedrun of the chapter to see everything put together along with all my inputs. Hopefully that helps, and with that, I'll see you guys in the next chapter tutorial.
Tenzin, stand on that other switch. Looks like there's a switch down there. Jensen, pull that switch.
Ja, ja.
Great, now how am I gonna get across? Alright. Now what? You have got to be kidding.
Ja, nie se mnie. Co?
Good reflexes.
Ja, praktisch.
Good sign.
Natürlich.
Yeah.
Los alle! Los alle! Kommt schnell! Ja, los alle! Gott, jo.
Hey, there's a switch.
Tangle. Wait. What's your mind?
I got you.